All right, here we go. Big Daddy Shin, day 1065 at the park. So, yesterday, afterwards, I fixing myself, all this stuff, whatever. But the thing is, I was hungry. And then so I figure, okay, I'm going to get something to eat. And I figure, I don't want to go McDonald's or Taco Bell. Even In-N-Out, it's like, $10 for your food or whatever. So I figure, you know what? I'm going to go to Korean barbecue. Why not? Right? So I know with the whole shutdown and all the businesses closing, they still go their takeout. But the thing is, their bread and butter is like the all you can eat, like the barbecue night. It's the one that you guys seen me go like a bunch of times and eat the cilantro pork belly, and had a bunch of good times. What happened is the location isn't that great, like a lot of traffic, and then they're like in a dead shopping mall. So the thing is, when you go there, it's specifically to eat. Hi, it's just you go there specifically to eat there, and that's it. But the thing is, they can't do that, and it sucks because they just put up their tents and everything, and they're open 5 to 9, and but anybody able to go. But they have this lunch special that's awesome. It's like $16, right? And then you get a lot of food, and so you get the meat, you get the the salad, the stuff. You get a side soup and everything. And then so I figure, you know what? I'm gonna get this because I want to support one of my favorite small businesses. And B, I wanted food where I knew that I wouldn't eat it in one meal. It'd be like 2 meals. Okay? So I call. And so lately when I go there, it's usually Harold's over, or see Gus or something. I get like a couple of orders, and then order 2 or 3 orders at a time. And it totally helps out, I think, with the businesses and stuff. But, people need to, whatever. And then so yesterday when I called, I want to get a, beef belly lunch combo. And then he goes, oh, only one, huh? I'm like, I felt bad. I go, yeah, I don't have any friends today. So just one order. And I hung up. But then I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? I guess I could eat it for dinner too, So I did it. I called back. I said, I want to order 2 orders. I know I can't eat the whole thing, and I still have a ton of stuff in my house. But, so I just ate, one of them I just ate just the meat and the vegetables, and then I put the rest in my refrigerator. And then so, that was like early in the day, and later on at night, I'm like, okay, I'll eat the other meat. I did, and I was really full. I shouldn't have did that. I should have ate that meat today. I'm kind of craving it today. But I also have those 2 soups now. It's like this spicy tofu soup, and they give you rice. So actually I could put half of the rice and then half the soup, and that's a meal right there. And then, so I'm pretty good for another couple days. So, that's if I just wanted to eat that and that's it. But the main thing is, I learned that even though I bought the stuff, I don't have to eat the whole thing at once. It's like I'm glad that I'm mature enough. I should have been more mature and just eat half of the meat. Because I realized that after the first one, I'm eating it, I'm drinking the water. I could have just ate half of that meat for lunch and half for dinner. And then the other half would be the next, right? Like that, because it's like I was drinking a lot of water, but just thinking like, I spent this money on, I should, right? But basically I should have looked at it as I'm paying $30 for like a couple days worth of food. Okay? Because it's all about enjoyment of it all too. Like, they have these rice wraps. Not rice wraps, they have the radish wraps. Where, I don't know how to explain it in English, but it's like fermented, and you eat it, and it's like a certain taste that you eat it with the meat, and it tastes really delicious. But it's so when you go to Korean barbecue, that's for the radish wraps. And then so I'm like, I like just the taste of it just by itself. So I had a big box of it because I asked for extra, and I put it in my refrigerator. What do I eat for breakfast this morning? 2 of them. I'm like eating. I'm like, oh wow, because that's what I needed. So I realized this with just the taste. I just need the taste. I don't need to get full off any one particular thing anymore. So that's where I feel like my maturity is setting in. So one of the really true tests of things is that I had like a snack from the other day. You know, someone gave me like 3 cookies in a bag, like the little small, like Oreo type things, right? But they're vanilla. And then so I ate one thinking like, oh, okay, yeah, that's pretty good. And I'm like, you know, I'll just eat 2. I ate 2, and then you're left with 1 more. And then so I'm thinking like, okay, do I leave that one for when I want to eat it later because I don't really need it right now? Or do I eat it? So I actually took it out of the bag. I was ready to eat it, but I wanted to have the story to tell, so I put it back in the bag. So I didn't eat it. I will eat it later. But it's a thing where I have to practice the willpower of not just eating things because they're right in front of my face. And thing is, those vanilla, it's not even Oreo, it's some other brand. It's not that good. It's just a fact where it was there. I should have just threw it out. You know? So that's why I'm growing up. I'm growing up before your very eyes. You're seeing me like, you know, evaluate what food choices I eat. And you know, I just you know, I think about when people say, oh, I'm not going to eat crap, I'm not gonna, right, and all that kind of stuff. And I kind of get it now. Because with every one of those things you eat, you got to burn that much more calories. So it's like, okay, am I going to eat a bunch of Korean barbecue, or am I going to eat McDonald's, or am I going to eat cookies? You know, so that's where I'm at, and I feel pretty good about it. All right, there you go, day 1065 in the books. So, you know, I don't even think I'm looking forward to that cookie anymore. I think I'm gonna throw it away. But the whole thing about is just having discipline. To be, I mean, it comes with maturity as well, right? But it's like, if you really don't want to eat something, stay away from it. I mean, you know, like the consequences of eating it. It's like, that's why I don't buy the chocolate bars unless, well, there's really no unless. Sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. But I try to not do it because I know I'll eat it all. And same thing with ice cream and stuff. But it's about having the discipline to be able to stay away from stuff like that. Okay? And trying to create some good habits, and I think I'm doing it. So Big Daddy Shin, day 1065. If I exercise 1065 days in a row, you can exercise 1065 days in a row. If I could do it, you could do it. I'm doing it. Discipline.